Ladies and gents, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is ORBITALPOTATO, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. 2022 is over, which means now it's the perfect time to take stock of all of the great strategy games that came out over the course of the year. Every day this week, I'll be breaking down the best games from the past year in a variety of categories, and you can see all of the different categories that I'll be covering on screen right now. Each day, we'll be showcasing the 5 best games in a given category, with 10 for the city building category, and each day we'll also have some honorable mentions too, so you know we're covering the best games and leaving no stone unturned. All these games are games that I've played and enjoyed, and crucially, all released in 2022, either into early access or full release, and you can check out all 5 videos linked down in the description below. Let's get cracking. We are kicking this little series off with the 5 best management games of 2022. What is a management game? Well, it's a little bit hard to define, but anything that is specifically process-driven or managerial will squeeze its way into this list. However, that being said, there's a lot of other games on a lot of other lists that are also, strangely management-oriented, but this one I've really tried to focus it down to the best management games of 2022. The first title on our list is Power to the People. Power to the People is a management game in which players take on the role of a power grid planner. You have to constantly build and maintain a power grid for a growing population. As your cities grow, you'll have to get increasingly creative with the ways that you supply your city's energy. Choose between a variety of power plants, including gas, solar, and nuclear, to feed the ever-increasing energy demands of the people. Sometimes, Mother Nature will surprise you with lightning bolts, solar flares, and falling trees, which can put both your power lines and your power plants at risk. In other cases, City may experience increased power usage due to events like football games, arrival of influencers, or the hosting of extremely popular TV shows. Make sure you provide a smooth experience for everyone involved and keep the people happy. There's a healthy tech tree, a nice campaign, and a bunch of upgrades which can give you a powerful edge. Pun very much intended. Power to the People is a really great little game. It's quite simple to grasp, but there's a lot of complex strategic depth which makes playing an absolute blast. I don't think you're going to get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours out of this title, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It definitely gets much harder as you progress throughout the game. It feels really good to play, and I had a tremendous time playing. The game is still receiving sporadic substantial updates even after release, which is fantastic. It released in February 2022, and it's easy to forget, but I'd strongly encourage that you check out Power to the People. It's an excellent, excellent game. Office Management 101 is a satirical office life simulation tycoon game set in a fictional capitalistic dystopia. Step over competitors, drive your staff to the limit, and milk your customers for every penny in the pursuit of spiraling success. As the CEO of a fresh consumer electronics company, you must hire employees, design your office, and turn your humble firm into a ruthless money-making machine. A deep system of employee productivity and social interactions combined with procedural generation allows for a variety of playstyles because you are the boss now. This game is still in early access, so all of the normal caveats should be noted, but it's shockingly hard to find a good office management game that was published recently. Honestly, since Game Dev Tycoon, there has not been a huge number. Office Management 101 literally fills that void, and it has real potential to become the definitive office management style game, and the humor is just an added bonus. It really is the potential that gets me excited for this one. The game is a small team, just 2 brothers, but I'm genuinely super excited to see where this game goes. It's receiving pretty chunky updates every now and then, and as I say, it's still in early access, so fingers crossed that development goes from strength to strength to strength. There's also a demo, which you can check out to get a feeler for the game. Very cool indeed. A colony sim set in the Scottish Highlands. That's what Clanfolk is. Now, as a Scotsman myself, I can easily tell that this is a video game, as it actually rains much more in the real Scottish Highlands than it does in Clanfolk, which is a great thing. Don't get me wrong. Starting with an empty plot of land and only your closest family, you will learn to survive as you establish your hearth and home. Watch over your livestock, harvest your fields, and fight the bitter winter. Whether you grow your fledgling settlement into a bustling inn or a central trade hub, or instead contend with building a prosperous and self-sufficient homestead or livestock ranch, everything rests in your hands, including the very lives of your clanfolk. If you're looking for RimWorld but set in Scotland, then literally go and buy this game right now. It's still in early access, but the base of what is there is extremely excellent. I really like this game, and I wish, honestly, I had hours to sit down and build my clan from the ground up. There's a whole bunch of legacy and lineage elements to play around with too. There's other clans to interact with, a family tree system, and so much more. It's really good, and you'll have a great time playing it. If you're looking for a large colony sim campaign, then I really cannot recommend this one enough. Now, this is a bit of a rogue entry onto the list, but it's nonetheless excellent. It completely surprised me with how fluid and fun it was when I played it, but this is Organs Please. Organs Please is a dark and satirical management sim where you take control of a recycling factory with a twist. It recycles humans. Your job is to decide who gets to escape our dying planet in a cozy spaceship and who sacrifices their blood, sweat, and tears for humanity. Now, this game has so many wacky stories and narratives, but remarkably, they all come together to make a pretty cohesive and compelling game. At its heart, Organs Please is quite like Papers, Please, in the case that you'll be processing people, and there's a whole story about the type of people that you need to accept as you're building an arc for humanity, and you need the right people. However, what happens with the wrong type of people? Great question. Well, that's where the organ part of Organs Please comes to the fore. It turns out you're running an organ factory and selling people's bits to the highest bidder. Anyway, the whole game is insane, and you have this day-to-day narrative about factions, and it's very interesting. I don't even know what I'm saying. The game is nuts. It's a 10 out of 10 in my book, and a very compelling entry into the management genre. It's rare that you could possibly have such a good time recycling people. It's perhaps unbelievably quite chill at times too, as you can always pause and take a look, take a breather to manage your factory. I think this one you might have to play to believe that it's great, but it kind of is, and so I would thoroughly recommend it. From managing organs to managing a cartel. Cartel Tycoon is a survival business sim inspired by the 80s and 90s narco trade. Expand and conquer, fight off rival thugs, and evade the authorities. Earn people's loyalty and strive to overcome the doomed fate of a power-hungry drug lord. Build an empire of drug production and smuggling chains whilst managing rogue lieutenants, state authorities, and public opinion. Rival gangs, the DEA, Army, and even the CIA all threaten your growing business. Death is inevitable, but it's not the end. When you die, it never really ends well for drug lords. Crown your successor, build your empire from the ruins all over again. This game's a cracking management title. It really is. There's so much to do. It's so engaging, and you'll be making shipments of illicit substances in no time. It's a really excellent title, and I thoroughly recommend it. Now, the game was released in July of 2022, but it's still receiving big updates. If you're interested in process-driven, literally, management games, then Cartel Tycoon is a very safe bet for a game that you would enjoy. So that's my top 5 management games from 2022, but don't leave quite yet, as we've got some bonus titles coming right on up. And there's a few bonus titles because there's a few really great management games that didn't quite make the list. Open the Gates is a side-scrolling castle builder and management game. It's a very unique title, actually. Become a master of castle building and defense in this genre-blending game. As you construct and fortify your fortress, you'll have a variety of defenses at your disposal, including walls, towers, and traps. You have to defend against waves upon waves of enemy invasion and push forward, expanding your castle. It's excellent, it really is. It's fun funny, it's quirky, and as I mentioned before, it's super unique. The only thing stopping it from being in my top 5 is a lack of a sandbox mode. I really don't rate it when strategy games gate content away and make you go through a campaign to earn new buildings and extra stuff. Without it, or with the sandbox mode, I should say this game would be an absolute 10 out of 10 for me and would make it very comfortably onto my top 5 list of 2022. Grow dynasties of medieval families and see them evolve and interact as you build their homes in this lighthearted yet complex pixel art city building strategy simulation. Expand your production chain and influence the daily lives of your villagers to craft a unique story of your settlement. Man, this game is great. Lords and Villeins is fantastic. It's like RimWorld crossed with Crusader Kings. There's a bunch of really interesting market mechanics and dynasty mechanics too. However, as you might have noted, there's already a game like that on this list. Lords and Villeins is great, but I think it's just pipped to the post a little bit by Clanfolk. Maybe I think that because I'm a Scotsman and I'm inherently biased, but it's good. It's just not quite as good as Clanfolk, but it's got nonetheless a couple of really interesting mechanics, as I say. Opinions will differ on this one, as they're both very interesting and both great, but for me, Clanfolk is just a tiny bit better. Create the perfect lab in this challenging sandbox base builder and defend it from zombie attacks. Lead a team of scientists in curing zombies and transform them into human-zombie hybrids. Gather resources, research new technologies, and optimize your defense to overcome the apocalypse. In Zombie Cure Lab, you're not trying to kill the zombies, you're trying to save them. It's really very good, and it's a complete twist on the normal sort of base builder zombie defense type of game. I like it. I like it a lot. This game has absolutely huge potential, and I'm sure it'll appear on a best game of the year list somewhere, but presently it needs a little bit of work. It needs to be balanced. It needs a little bit more content. It's in early access at the moment, and when it's out of early access, I have no doubt that this is going to be an incredible title to behold, but it just needs that little bit of extra to make it a truly great game. So that's it. That is my top management games of 2022. Did I miss something? Have I made a glaring omission? Please do let me know in the comments down below. Have I got the list wrong? Are my honorable mentions actually better than the mentions in the main body of the video? I don't know. There's a whole bunch of other games, by the way, which will be coming along very soon in other lists, so don't be surprised that management oriented games appearing in other lists. That will definitely happen just because of the broad size of the management category, but honestly, I think in terms of the best games that I played in 2022, I think this is a pretty accurate reflection of some of the best titles that I played, certainly the ones that I enjoyed the most. As ever, I would thoroughly recommend that you check them all out, linked down in the description, but for now, and for me, ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching. My name, of course, has been ORBITALPOTATO. Check out the Patreon if you're interested in helping make videos as possible. But for now, and from me, I'll see you next time. Bye.